What's up everyone, this is CyberKnight, and today have some Yu-Gi-Oh news for you guys. It looks like the brand new Valkyrie cards have finally been revealed. They're in the Konami blog, which I want to give them props by the way, because they actually have the effects and everything. It's not just the image, a small image, where you're like, okay, what is this card? Okay, what is it saying? You know, squinting at the screen. No, they actually included the effects, so really happy about that. I'm glad they're kind of, you know, going to a little bit more effort, I guess I'll call it that. And anyway, though, these are the new cards that are going to be in Shadows and Valhalla. Of course, Siegfried used them in the anime in that, like, filler arc, which, by the way, I feel like that kind of makes the arc not sound as good, because it's honestly one of my favorite arcs in Yu-Gi-Oh, the original series. But yeah, we finally have info over these Valkyrie cards, and also too, I'm kind of glad I waited on this, because these were revealed really late last night, but also this morning, somehow the organization also got info on some of the other cards that Valkyries are getting too. So I don't know how they did it. They like hacked the mainframe, they, I don't know, sacrificed someone, no idea, but I'm going to talk about those as well after we go through these other cards, the first of the Valkyries. So let's go on ahead and get to it, because we have quite a few cards to talk about. First one we have is Mischief of the Time Goddess, which that's the one everyone was really hyped over. Let's see, it is a quick play spell card, and of course, too, you're going to notice a lot of these look like Sailor Moon, by the way. I know I'm getting comments about that, yeah, and it's kind of funny to see that. But anyway, let's get to this card's effect, because it's pretty scary. Its effect is, neither player can activate cards or effects in response to this card's activation. Cannot be activated as a chain link 2 or higher. At the end of your battle phase, if all monsters you control are Valkyrie monsters, 1 minimum, send this card to the graveyard. Also, immediately after this effect resolves, skip to the start of the battle phase of your next turn. If you do, you cannot activate Mischief Time Goddess until the end of that turn. Yeah, basically with this card, which I believe that's what it did in the anime as well, you just get 2 battle phases. Because with this card, with your Valkyrie monsters and everything, you go on ahead, do your battle phase, activate this again, you get a second battle phase. That means everything gets to attack again, you skipped your opponent's turn completely, and with Valkyrie monsters anyway, you have them on the field, which they kind of work together and everything too, and are actually pretty powerful together. You can do some serious damage with this card. So yeah, I'm glad first off too, that it actually works with Valkyries too, because I was kind of worried about that when it was first revealed. I don't remember in the anime if it just said Valkyries or what, but I was thinking, I was like, oh man, I hope this doesn't work with everything like that. But yeah, using this with Valkyries, you get 2 battle phases. That's insane. I mean, that is still a really crazy card. So looking forward to seeing how this one's going to work, but not looking forward to going against it. It's kind of one of those things, but really cool idea behind that. Then, of course, afterwards we have a normal spell that goes with them, which is a Ride of the Valkyries. Its effect is a special summon any number of Valkyrie monsters with different names from your hand. If you special summon 3 or more monsters with this effect, you take no battle damage until the end of your next turn. During your end phase of the turn you activated this card, shuffle all monsters you control into the deck. You can banish this card from your graveyard, add 1 Mischief of the Time Goddess from your deck to your hand. Wow. You can only use this effect of Ride of the Valkyries once per turn. Yeah, like I said, this is a searcher for Mischief of the Time Goddess. I mean, not only does it help you swarm the field with your Valkyries, so basically, you're going to use this card to get your Valkyries on your side of the field. Also, it can help you search for Mischief of Time Goddess, so if you can combo those 2 together, I mean, you know, get a bunch of Valkyries on your side of the field, then you can also, you know, later on get Mischief of Time Goddess and all that kind of stuff to set up everything. Yeah, you're going to do some damage. 2 battle phases, being able to swarm the field with Valkyries, that's a no-brainer. That's definitely going to be something that's going to be scary to go up against. So, really great card on that, and actually having a searcher for Mr. Time Goddess? Wow, that's pretty insane. So, yeah, I believe that was another one I remember from the show, too. I think it was really similar to that. And then afterwards, we have 5 Valkyrie monsters to talk about. Yeah, we have the full effects and everything, and I've been pretty excited to see what they're going to do with these. So, let's go on ahead and go through them. First off, we have Valkyrie Drite. It is a fairy effect monster light, level 4, 1000 attack, and 1600 defense. Anyway, its effect is, if this card is normal or special summoned, you can add 1 Valkyrie card from your deck to your hand, except Valkyrie Drite. You can only use this effect of Valkyrie Drite once per turn. Gains 200 attack for each of your opponent's banished monsters. So with this one, it's the searcher. You know, kind of plain and simple on that. Helps you get Valkyrie cards. That's good. And then also, too, I can already tell that you're going to want to use, like, Macrocosmos or a Dimensional Fissure or something, too. You want to banish your opponent's monsters, basically. Banish a lot of things. And, yeah, you get more attack with this. So that's kind of the thing with Valkyrie Monster 2. It's the same in the anime, where basically they were kind of weak, but also whenever they would use their effects and stuff and also work together, they became stronger. So it is kind of one of those kind of toolbox sort of decks or something where you're able to get them on the field, use their effects, work together, and then just steamroll your opponent. And it looks like they're going with that still. Let's see, the next one we have, and I'm going to try to pronounce this name correctly. I'm probably going to mispronounce all these, so I'm just going to go ahead and say that. But anyway, this card's name is Valkyrie Zeruet? Zeruet? Is that how you say that? I don't know. Close enough. I just murdered that name. Anyway, Fairy Effect Light. Level 5 this time, though. 1,600 attack and 1,600 defense. Its effect is, if this card is summoned, you can target one monster your opponent controls, destroy it. After damage calculation, if this card battled, you can target one continuous spell in your graveyard, add it to your hand. You can only activate each effect of it once per turn. So with this one, it helps you get your... let's see, your continuous spells, so that can come in handy. I mean, obviously, we're going to have a few of those. I think those are the other ones we're going to talk about that were revealed today. The organization, again, sacrifice someone to get. Yeah, I believe that's the effect that goes with them. But also, too, just having a destruction effect with this card as well. Yeah, there you go, a good destruction effect. And another way to get, more cards for you, kind of like a searcher card or, I guess, recycling card, because you're getting it from the graveyard. Then we have Valkyrie Urist, I believe. I wish I remember how he said it in the anime. Let's see, Light Fairy, level 6 this time, 1,600 attack, 1,800 defense. Its effect is, if this card is special summoned from your hand by a spell effect, you can target one Mischief Time Goddess in your graveyard, add it to your hand. If you control a Valkyrie monster other than this Valkyrie, you can banish one monster from your opponent's graveyard. Then this card's attack become equal to the banished monster's original attack until the end of this turn. You can only activate each effect of this card once per turn. So with this one, another way to get Mischief of the Time Goddess. There you go. That is... wow. I can't believe they're making it so easy to search for that. So we have another way to get that. Also, if you use this with Ride of the Valkyries, it's going to be even better. I mean, first of all, it's going to be easier to bring up because it is a level 6 monster. But yeah, just being able to search for Mischief of the Time Goddess from that. Also being able to banish one of your opponent's monsters, which that will help with the previous one on that too, or I guess the first one we talked about, which then it got stronger for banished cards. And this card can get some really good attack too. I mean, take one of your opponent's monsters. Let's say it's Blue Eyes. Okay, you have a 3,000 attack Valkyrie. That's another one that's pretty insane, honestly, too. Then also after that, we have Valkyrie Brunhilde. It is a, same, I'm not going to keep reading off. It's very light for all of these, okay? Level 7, 1,800 attack, 2,000 defense. And of course, its effect is unaffected by your opponent's spell effects. Gains 500 attack for each monster your opponent controls. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can have this monster lose exactly 1,000 defense, and if you do, your Valkyrie monsters cannot be destroyed by battle this turn. So with this one, it's kind of the boss monster. I mean, we knew that already. That was the same in the show and everything, too. Being unaffected by spell effects, that's great. But also, too, it can be powered up. So if your opponent has swarmed the field, this card can be really powerful. I'm thinking, like, if I'm going against, like, something like Cyverse or, just swarms the field, you can gain some serious attack with this card. Also, it can help protect your other Valkyries, which I believe, again, that was something had in the anime. So, with this one, it's a pretty good, I guess, technically, like, boss monster for the deck. And, yeah, it becomes stronger, protects the other cards, and also it just laughs at spell cards. That's pretty good. And then, of course, the last monster we're going to talk about is Fortune Chariot. This one is a fairy union monster, which that's pretty interesting. I haven't seen too many unions lately. Let's see. This one, though, is actually wind instead of being light. Level 6, 1,000 attack, and 2,000 defense. And its effect is, this card is also always treated as a Valkyrie card. Once per turn, you can either target one fairy monster you control, equip this card to that target, or unequip this card and special summon it. If this equipped monster would be destroyed by a battle or card effect, destroy this card instead. The equipped monster's attack can attack directly, but it also does, using this effect, the battle damage inflicted to your opponent is halved. So with this card, it's a union monster to power up one of your Valkyries, lets them attack directly, and can also protect them, as union monsters can do. Pretty much to the point, really simple effect on that. And yeah, it counts as a Valkyrie monster as well, which I'm glad they included that because that makes it so it's a lot better. So yeah, plain and simple, it's just there to help protect them and give you a direct attack, which is going to be pretty devastating, especially with everything else we've talked about. But yeah, like I said, that's not the only things that were revealed because we also have the other Goddesses cards, which, yeah, the organization got these early. I think they're going to be in the Konami blog later on tonight, supposedly. But yeah, we get to hear about them early, so let's go through them. And of course, these are also basically like Sailor Moon cards too. I think people will enjoy that. The first one we have is Goddess Skuld's Oracle. It is a continuous spell card, and of course its effect is when this card is activated, if all monsters you control are Valkyrie monsters, one minimum, you can add one Goddess Verdani's Guidance from your deck to your hand. Once per turn during your main phase, you can look at the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck, and if you do, place them on top of their deck in any order, but you cannot normal or special summon monsters for this turn except fairy monsters. You can only activate one of this card per turn. basically what these 3 cards do, which again I believe it's the same in the anime, where you get to look at the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck. Then with the next one, what you do from that is that you get to declare that monster, and then that monster is set. And then also for the last one, for Erd, I believe is how you say her name, then if you declare the name of that card, then you get to banish it. I mean, that's what these cards do. So I'll still read off the other 2, but that's how they work. So with that, of course, you're just like, oh, okay, I can rearrange my opponent's deck, so that's good. That way I know what's coming, I know what cards they have, and also I can just manipulate it so if they have a card they really try to, that they want to get, I can get rid of it using all 3 of these continuous spells. Just like in the anime, that's what it does. So like I said, with this one, Goddess Verdandi's Guidance, its main effect is the same. You have to have Valkyrie monsters, so I'm just going to skip over that, just to save on time. But anyway, the effect that it has by itself is that once per turn, you can declare one type of card, monster, spell, or trap card, reveal it to the top of your opponent's deck, and if it was the declared type, you get to set it to their field. Otherwise, they add it to their hand. And also, it helps you search for the next form, which is, of course, Erd's, or I think that's how you say it. Anyway, yeah, this is the next step. That way you already know the top of, the top 3 cards of their deck. Then you can easily say what it's going to be. And then this is the one that banishes, because Goddess Erd's Verdict. This is the one that, again, same effect really at the beginning. You have to have Valkyrie cards. And but this one also makes it so that they cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects, so a little bit protection too. But anyway, like I said, once per turn you can declare one card name, then target one set card your opponent controls, reveal the set card, and if it was the declared card, banish it. Otherwise, banish one card you control. So yeah, I mean, that's how these 3 cards work. Just like in the anime, you get to manipulate your opponent on that. Any card they have, whatever, monster, spell, or trap, you get rid of it. So that can be devastating against a lot of different decks. And then again, yeah, you also have to run all 3 of these. But at least they search for each other. So I think it's going to be fairly easy to get them all on your side of the field. And once you do, you have a lot of control over your opponent too. So these cards are really scary. And like I said, I think they are exactly like they were in the anime, which in the anime, they were pretty devastating too. So yeah, what do you guys think about all these Valkyrie cards? Do you like them? Are you excited about Valkyries? Are you not? Let me know, of course, down in the comments below. I definitely want to try them out because they look like they're going to be a lot of fun. I like the idea of being able to get a bunch of Valkyries on my side of the field and also being able to kind of manipulate my opponent where I can choose basically what cards they're drawing, with these oracles and stuff. That's what you can do, and then just get rid of them and stuff as well. So it looks like a fun deck. Looks like a lot of control, that you're going to be able to do with this, and also getting 2 battle phases and having basically 2 different searchers for Mischief Time Goddess as well, which is the one that gives you 2 battle phases. Yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting. So, yeah, just tell me what you guys think about these cards. Are you excited about them? Not so excited? As always, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit that like button. Helps out a ton. Subscribe for openings, news videos, all kinds of stuff, because as soon as this set is out, I'm probably going to get at least 2 boxes. I'll say that. So, we'll see how many, but I'm hoping everything will be easy to get because I want to build Valkyries, and I'll try to, if it's not too short printed. I'm kind of worried about Mischief Time Goddess. So I hope you guys will enjoy. Subscribe to stay updated. Ring that bell so you don't miss out. And of course I will. Catch you guys later. See ya.